To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Looks like
It does from this, yeah.
Okay, we have Reister,
here.
Wyatt,
Here.
Cook,
Here.
Sewell,
Maggie broke it up.
and Robin.
He's in there somewhere.
He's, yeah, I just didn't know.
He's in the cloud.
Just under the threshold of appropriate donation.
Yeah, there's how many of you at the table? Yes, yes. Why make
Okay.
those chocolates?
All right, do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda. Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I'm looking for a motion then to approve the
Julie, can
consent.
you hear Jeff?
I'm just sending him a note to unmute.
I just want to make sure
Lori's here.
that she gets those vote count.
All right, Jeff. Can you hear us?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, we're in.
Okay. We're good.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion then to approve the consent agenda? So moved. Second? Second. Any questions on any of the items? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mayor's comments and accommodations, just welcome everybody here tonight. Want to thank the Public Works and the public safety people who have got us through a couple of snowstorms already, so thanks for all your work on that. We'll move into citizens' requests and oral presentation. Yep, thank you, Kate.
So if there's anything on the agenda you want to talk about, now's the time, because when it gets to that item, it'll be council discussion. So if you have any comments about anything that's on the agenda, feel free to use this time to speak for how many minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And then we'll have a total of 10 minutes on any one subject.
There you go.
Okay. So I have that Jim Holmes would like to speak, so I'll have you state your name and address.
Jim Holmes, 229 Grouse. I'd like a request to move, item F off the agenda. I think that'll be a hot topic that, we'd like to see. And I don't see anything on the agenda about helping with our computer system. Is there anything on the agenda?
There was, wait, it's coming.
So is Christmas. Mike and I, how often you gotta put up with this stuff?
You have no
I'm on
idea.
your side.
Thank you.
We did discuss that last meeting about moving systems.
Move
Yep.
Christmas up then, so.
We moved Christmas up as well, then yes.
Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? Okay, I did, several of us actually received phone calls from Kurt Bavers, and he wanted to make sure we were aware that he is not in favor of moving ahead with the wetlands project. He feels that having had to do all of his retention ponds in his development, that he doesn't feel that this is fair. He did also indicate to us that if it moved ahead with the project, he would not do any more development in Hudson. That was his comments that he made to me. Was there anything else?
He didn't make that comment to me by any means. It was more of a little frustration of, concern and not understanding the whole project. And I think we'll get to some of that later and do some discussing, so.
Okay. Any other comments then? We'll go ahead and move on to committee reports. What we have done, so we're going to move into general government.
Can we make a motion to move that up or not?
That is certainly up.
You already approved your agenda.
Oh, so we wouldn't have done that earlier. Okay,
We'll get there quick.
We'll get there real quick.
okay. Okay, move on to item A, ordinance 925 to approve the updated 2026 water rates, and this is the third reading.
Second,
Any discussion?
still on the agenda for Public Works to discuss minimums, correct?
Yes,
Perfect, thank you.
we did talk about that at our last meeting, but we still have more to talk about.
Right, I knew that was still in process, so.
Yep.
As long as it's still on line, perfect.
Roll call?
Wyatt,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Sewell,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
You'll actually approve it at your next meeting because you didn't have a motion to adopt this.
Yeah,
This one,
okay.
So
Okay.
it will be effective at the next meeting.
Okay. So item B, ordinance 926 to approve the updated 2026 sewer rates, third reading.
So moved.
Second. Discussion?
Then.
Aye.
Reister. Wyatt.
Motion carries. Item C, resolution 340 for approving a right-of-way license agreement with STS Broadband LLC. Second. Discussion?
This is the same as we're doing with everybody else, correct? This isn't any additional? Exact same.
They had indicated to me, I had received a letter back that, they were providing written notification of its intent to provide competitive video service to the Hudson Exchange.
Okay. It's not, because at one time they had asked for like exclusivity and things
Right.
that we weren't going to
Yeah,
do, so that is
That's
not.
what,
They have the exact same right-of-way agreement that the other ones have.
Perfect.
Exact same form agreement that I used for all of the myriad of the other ones.
Fantastic, thank you.
any other discussion? Roll call?
Sewell,
Aye.
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Cook.
Motion carries. Item D, discussion possible action, recommendation from admin personnel finance to pay half of the employee share of IPERS that was not taken from the employee. And she had started back in
22.
22.
So after talking to Heather, the attorney, she recommends that we need to have a resolution for this. But in the meantime, going through my payroll last week, I found another employee that started in 21 that never was, does not have IPERS coming out of their, they are not set up for IPERS. So there's a second employee.
So were we making the payments to IPERS?
No,
Okay, so not only, so these are two, I just want to make sure I understand the facts. Two employees that are still currently employed?
correct.
Okay, and we didn't make the contributions to IPERS, nor did the employee make the
Correct.
contribution to IPERS.
Correct.
So they both should have been part of the IPERS program, but their payroll withholding wasn't done correctly.
Correct.
And the IPERS withholding wasn't taken out. And they didn't pay it either.
Them, like, to correctly, they do a wage adjustment, so.
Okay. And
So
you
the
discovered
purpose
this
of this-
upon investigation of the payrolls.
Correct.
Okay.
So, for the first employee, it was a lot less of an amount. It was 3,800, because we have to pay it all up front, and then we have the city share and the employee share. And because this was our mistake, we were proposing that we cover half of
That was
their
what came out
share.
of the committee meeting.
Of the employee share that they otherwise
Yes,
would have been,
correct.
had to pay, otherwise they end up having to write a big check.
Because they're actually
Right.
part-time employees, so
Okay.
they're not working a ton of hours and they're not getting a large paycheck, so.
We didn't feel it was fair to make them have to come up with that whole batch,
Correct.
you know, obviously to be
Um,
sorted.
Right, so admin personnel is recommending that the city contribute one half of the employee's contribution.
Correct,
Yes.
but that
So you
was,
now have two employees to do that with. So you can do that in one resolution. That'd be
Right.
great. And the reason I recommended that is because I'm sure the auditor is gonna ask for that. When they go to look at wages, they wanna documentary proof in terms of what wages and benefits were paid, which is why I think, I'm sure the auditor would probably be okay with minutes. I just like resolutions that are in this because it lays out
Mhm.
what happened, why it happened, and it's very
I
trackable.
like it too.
One question, have you spoken with these two employees?
I have spoken with one of them, I came across the other one. and I
Just
have-
recently,
yes.
yes. So when I started council, I was given the option to take IFRS or decline. We do not have paperwork. They did not decline the
You
IFRS.
can't decline. If you are more than, if you're elected, you can decline. If you are more than a seasonal, if you have consecutive payroll periods, or if you are, a seasonal employee, then you can opt out. You do not, you're not
Correct. Okay.
required to do it. But if you are a regular employee,
Then you cannot.
you do not have the option.
Perfect.
You get IFRS.
That was what I just wanted to confirm, so.
So we don't have a motion on the table, right?
No,
We
we
have
don't.
not made
And
anything
you
yet.
can either, I mean, again, it's my recommendation that we do a resolution for this, so you can do a motion to approve doing that, but just have the resolution at the next meeting.
So I'm slow on this, okay? So you probably already answered this, but I don't understand it yet. If we do this, are we treating these employees any differently than we would have treated them had we done it the right way?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're giving them half of what they would have been contributing on their share.
One employee's share is $1,529. And we're asking to cover $764 of that because it wasn't their error, it was ours, and they received minimal reimbursement, like their paychecks are not full. So I mean, even at 764, it's gonna take us a while to get that couped, right? If I just do $50, $75 per pay period or per month.
It's gonna take her a
For
year.
their share, exactly.
It's gonna take a year to make
The
it.
other employee's share is $3,060.85. So we would be covering $1,530 out of there.
So go ahead.
My recommendation is that we not do any motion or anything tonight so that we have figures in front of us
Okay,
in 2 weeks.
okay.
So you see the total liability of what the city's liability would be.
And I guess my question is, and I'll probably bring it up again in 2 weeks, is like, I get that it's our mistake
Mhm.
and I get, but we're still kind of giving these employees something that no
Yeah.
one else got. It's like added compensation.
But they also lose the interest and whatnot that they weren't getting by having their accounts started in IFRS when they
4
should.
years ago.
So
So it'd be interesting to see what that number is.
I don't know.
We would be able
It's a
to
way for us to
calculate
say,
that.
hey, we're sorry this happened. We're gonna try to help you get
Okay,
it worked
for
out.
now, we're doing nothing or we're tabling it till 2 weeks?
We're doing
We're gonna
nothing.
bring it back as a resolution.
Okay, got it.
But we just want
I mean,
it.
if you want to table it, that's.
Yeah, that's
a
fine
little
too.
cleaner, because then you have a resolution that sets forth, because you didn't even, technically, you didn't know about the second name until
The other day.
the other
Do we
day.
know that there aren't other names?
Do I know? I know that there are not. I've gone through now and double checked.
Okay.
everything.
Triple
So
check.
this would-
Yeah.
So this would solve that
Got it.
error.
So either,
Motion to table.
I make a motion to table till next meeting.
Sorry. Go ahead.
all those in favor?
Aye.
We have to do,
Aye.
we don't have to do roll call on that right now.
No,
Not a table.
So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
I
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
I heard Jeff.
heard Jeff, I.
He did. Okay, item E, discussion possible action recommendation from admin personnel finance to purchase 2 new computers from corporate technologies. And for those that are on the admin personnel, last time they had quoted us the hardware at $729. Well, between the quote from 2 months ago, it's gone up to $835.80. So it will now be $1,134 for the 2 computers, and this is to replace one at the front counter, that's where we take all of our monies. And this thing is slow as heck. And
These are
Takes-
old computers that can't even be upgraded to Windows 11.
right,
Which means that's just not good.
Yeah.
And
And-
Windows 11 is no longer gonna be supported. We've already got a few other computers out and about that we have to pay extra for it to get them to continue to support those old computers that can't go to Windows 11.
So
These
moved.
2 need to be.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
The
discussion.
total, I'm sorry, the total was how much for both computers?
Oh, for-
2,400.
So the 1,100 was only one,
for one, perfect.
so it
Yep,
was like
so-
not
and
to
then the
exceed
other one is
2,500?
To replace the wastewater superintendents.
And there's like 400 for them to set it all up, so
Yeah,
they'll
they
get
charge
it all.
$405 just to.
Their protective software and all of that jazz, so 400 of that 1,200 is them putting all of their
Right.
jazz on it.
And just so you know, we've asked Julie to proceed with trying to get us set up on a schedule, rotations,
Good plan.
which, Gail, you thought they were, right?
Well, they give us a monthly hardware report as to like the age. I mean, and Dave brought that stuff into us,
I
so.
think what prompted that mostly was to the Windows update that we were.
Right.
Because I don't know if we really would have been aware, so if, when we start planning our budget for next year, we'll have to probably pick two and budget to have those replaced too.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get on a rotation and
Yeah.
it needs to be determined at some point what, what that number of years is gonna be. And
Unless something else happens.
I don't pretend to be, the type of IT professional that knows that answer, but I know like at UNI, we were in IT, we were on a 4-year budget, rotation. Now, if you're not talking about people in IT, maybe not as high-end users, right? Maybe could go 5, I don't know about 6. I would definitely consult with our company on that.
So this is gonna be an on-standing thing on the finance committee to do that with budget for the next
Yes.
fiscal year, council people?
Yep.
Go. So at this time, we're approving
Two
two computers. Do we need to put a not to exceed like $3,000 in there, so in case it goes over that?
I included the quote, so it's.
Oh,
it's-
well then never mind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I seconded that on with quote.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
That's just a motion. You don't need to do roll call.
Yep, that's just a motion.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I heard denied back there
Yep.
too.
So, sorry about that. I'm used to having resolutions for. Okay. Item F, discussion possible action wetlands project. The reason I had this put on the agenda is that the project was supposed to have been completed by December 25th. December 31st of 2025. And it is not going to be completed. And so we need to ask for an extension on this project to get the funding from the DNR and things.
Which I would add, the engineer has indicated is common to get for this project. I didn't want you to think that it's unlikely to get it,
The
so.
extension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you're likely to get it if you want it.
Yeah. So this is what, the reason I wanted on here, there's a couple of different options you guys can decide to go with. You can either say at this time, nope, we're not moving anything forward with this project at all. Secondly, you could go ahead and say, yes, please go ahead and get the extension. And then, and we'll move ahead with the project. The last option would be to say, go ahead, go for the extension. But let's leave up the decision about what to do with the project to the next council and mayor.
I would move that we do not pursue the extension. Just because I don't think we are in a position to go $200,000 in debt. I spoke with Mark Durbin, who said that if we did decide to go forward with it at some point in the future, the engineering would still be usable.
However, the grants would not.
These particular grants would not.
Right.
There could potentially be other grants in the future.
Can I talk before we try to get a second on that, or do I have to wait?
You can.
So the reason that I am for this project is not necessarily the wetland itself, but the factors that accompany this project include a whole lot of flood relief down Dale Drive. There are multiple businesses down Dale Drive that have been affected, and the flooding is getting worse potentially because of more tilling, more drainage, more, there's a dike that's just north of town that is causing the water to back up. Water's not getting less. When we looked at doing a study to look at what we could do for flood control or flood mitigation down there. The study cost at that point was about $100,000. This is an opportunity for us to, it's debt, but it's 0% interest debt. So we're talking probably what was in that packet, 15,000 at the most, or 16,000 a year.
Something, yeah.
If we don't get the extra 150,000 from the gaming, which they are confident in that as well. So for $15,000 a year for, was it 10 years or 20 years? 20 years, we can have flood mitigation done that is gonna do nothing but help that area, rather than having to do studies, having to do Army Corps of Engineers, having to do anything with that. So to me, I would like to see us get this extension and leave it to the next council to continue to research into this further if they want to go forward with it, rather than just saying, let's scrap the whole thing now. Because I think there's more to it than that.
I like that thinking.
Well, we didn't have a second.
Correct.
On that motion.
Unless Daryl's gonna second it. I'm kidding.
He can.
Otherwise,
I'll second it. What
No,
the heck?
you'll second to scrap it. He's motioning to not move forward with
Scrap
it
it.
at all.
to scrap it, and otherwise, if,
I'd rather just, from when I was on planning and zoning, I know part of this was, part of that whole deal was the flood mitigation or the flood relief was supposed to be all part of it,
It
so I
is.
would just assume. What's the best words to use? I would just assume let's go for the grant extension, and then after the first of the year, come springtime, we'll see what this snow does, and then we'll let that determine
That in the budget.
that in the budget.
So if they
Big
get,
thing is the
if they
budget.
get the extension, again, does not mean the 100% that we have to go forward with this.
right,
That's correct. But if we scrap it, we're done with this until somebody else ever brings up this project again.
so, I will say that, I was the one that applied for the grant, and so someone else will have to take on that project. Then if you decide to go to the gaming association.
Which all the paperwork and all
Yeah.
of our notes are here.
Yep.
For this.
Because we had been approved to apply, but then, I had a family emergency that didn't get done at the time, but it also worked out in our favor because we realized that we had additional $50,000 in costs. So instead of asking for 100,000, I had been talking to, the gaming, and they said, this probably works in your favor because now you can go ahead and ask for the 125. And because that's kind of the amounts that they're max that they're doing these days.
Gaming.
Mhm.
The only thing I'd add to that is there might be something that we would like to go to gaming for that's a little more urgent, or, I mean, it's not only limited to that, right?
We haven't applied for anything in 4 years,
Okay.
So,
nor do we have the money to do any big projects going forward, because they like capital projects.
they like these kinds of projects.
But yes, you're correct.
So are you seconding or not?
No,
Okay,
I just, my
then-
train of thought is we get the extension and then
Go from there.
go
So-
from there then.
Then your motion dies for a lack of a second.
Unless Jeff wants to second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
So then it died for lack of a second.
So then I would make the motion that we do decision 3, apply for the extension, and then let the budget, the next council.
Correct, new council determine.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
One quick mention after this to put on the record with this is I do think that there are some severe issues that need to be determined when they're looking at this wetland project, as far as developer ownership, anything like that, detention ponds, to make sure that there's not anything that we're paying extra for that should not be, that we're only taking the portion that's gonna directly affect the city with that. So I think there's a lot to be discussed with that and just research to be done, looking into it.
All right, we'll go to, item G, motion to approve request from the Federal Pub, the Hive and Fields of Green for a sidewalk closure on Saturday, December 13th, 2025, from 1 PM to 7 PM.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item H, request from fire chief to send volunteer firefighters to annual training in amount not to exceed $4,500.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Have you guys gotten everybody signed up for that amount yet or not? You still don't know, you're still working on
No, we're still working on it right now. I know two for sure.
Okay.
There was a couple more and
it? Is this what we spent last year or was it more than
no,
that?
last year, we've never spent $4,500 on fire school. And we've got money budgeted for these.
Yeah.
And, but we've, in the past. We're down here, some left, but.
So obviously if it changes, if it's more than that, you're just gonna come back.
Yeah,
Which is what I want you to do.
I'm pretty confident it will not.
Okay, this is a
total, right? Not per.
Right, yeah, so.
Yeah, this is the total amount.
Thank you for doing it. Motion is second, right?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I keep thinking of the finger. All right. Item I, request from the fire chief to sell the pair of snowmobiles and trailer for $2,000. We had put this out for bid and got no response, but now you have somebody who's interested in purchasing it.
Correct. When we did it before, we did the sealed bid. We
Yep.
had 0 bids come in.
Yep.
You guys said, go ahead and sell it however you can. We advertised them, kind of word of mouth. I was getting ready to throw them out on Facebook and our other fire pages, but I wanted to wait till I had all the proper paperwork. And then we had a gentleman come up and make us an offer, and so that's what we're bringing to you.
You feel good about it?
Yeah, guys, unless I can bring them out to your house and store them for.
Or if you wanna buy them for 2001. No,
So did we do that already?
No.
second.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We've got a couple of informational items in the packet there. Building inspection report, library board meeting. List of the regular scheduled meetings. Public Works will be, this Wednesday, December 10th at 7 AM. Personnel, admin, finance, December 22nd at 4:45. Public safety meeting, has been moved to January 22nd. Next council meetings, December 22nd and January 12th. So, next item, looking for a motion to enter into closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 21.51C to discuss strategy with counsel in matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where its disclosure would likely to or disadvantage the position of the governmental body in that litigation. Do I have a motion? Okay, second?
Second.
Okay,
Do you need a roll call for this?
okay. Roll call?
Lawson,
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Wyatt,
Aye.
Cook,
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. We will move into closed session.
Thank you all.
Ask everyone then to,
You're welcome to stay. I don't know how long it will be. I'll
Yep.
have to shut that door and then when we.
Jeff, I'm gonna close this Zoom meeting and start another one.
I just texted him that too.
Gotcha.
Indoor soccer.
Able to put him
Julie, are you able to put him on that screen or no?
Big comments down there.
What?
Places.